The US is warning China it will face, quote, consequences if it assists Russia in evading US sanctions. Well, let's explore the wider relationship now between Russia and the US with Professor Steve Tsang, director of the SOAS China Institute. And first of all, we're looking at Russia. We're looking at how Russia has been responding to a lot of these sanctions, especially over the last 2 weeks. And there's been many reports that within Russia, there has been Chinese technology stepping up to the plate, filling in things like Apple Pay, like credit cards. To what extent is Chinese technology filling the gap left by Western technology in Russia today?
Well, the Chinese government is committed to be as helpful to Russia under Putin as possible, but the Chinese are not willing to go to the extent that they will themselves be subjected to secondary sanctions. So when you're talking about the making of Alipay available to the Russians, it is something which doesn't appear to be on a sanction list, and therefore the Chinese are happy to provide that. But in terms of some of the financial services which are clearly subjected to sanctions, the Chinese have been actually a lot more cautious.
That's interesting. So the Chinese government working sort of within parameters of what they see as what the West might find acceptable or not. So I presume, therefore, that the Chinese government wouldn't be countenancing military aid to Russia at this moment in time.
My sense is that the Chinese government is unlikely to provide military equipment to Russia at this point, particularly if Jake Sullivan made it very, very clear to Yang Jiechi that this will attract significant American secondary sanctions against China. If the Chinese think that they can get away with any supply without attracting secondary sanctions, then I think they will provide that help to Russia. This one is going to be a difficult one for them.